Hello and welcome to the customization section for Myvi OS. In this section, we'll explore how you can change the look and feel of your system, as well as change the internal RGB lights and any compatible peripherals. So let's get started. First thing, if you'd like to move the dock around the screen, you can right click on the Show Applications menu, go into Dash the Dock Settings. Here's our settings here. You don't want to mess with anything. Anytime a new user account is created on the system, everything will be configured correctly, but all you want to touch is go Position on Screen. Move it to the left. You can see now the icons show up on the left. If we move it to the right, they'll show up on the right. Let's put that back to the bottom. Next, to change the wallpaper, just right click on the desktop, go change background. You can see that there are default wallpapers built in, and this default one here with the clock on it will actually cycle through all the default wallpapers. If you'd like to add your own custom wallpaper, just hit add picture. We're in our pictures folder. I'm going to grab this one here, hit open, and now that's added as a custom wallpaper. If I select it, that's going to now make that our wallpaper. Let's go back into the background application, go back into the original default cycling of wallpapers, and we'll close out of that one, so that'll remove that from the menu. The other way you can do it is if you go into your pictures folder or anywhere you have any pictures saved and just right click on an image, you can hit set as wallpaper. You can see a new folder called wallpapers was added, and now that wallpaper shows up in there. And if we minimize the screen, that has been set to our wallpaper now. We're going to right click on change background, go back to the default cycling of wallpapers, and now we can go back into that folder and we'll just delete that extra folder that was made. And I'm going to right click on the trash bin at the bottom and go empty trash to permanently remove that. So that's how you can change wallpapers. Now let's change the theming of the system. To do that, hit your super key, type look and feel. There's our look and feel application. Now anytime a new user account is created, we're going to go into settings. You can see we've got a user account. Anytime you make a new user account, all the theming, the look and feel, they've all been configured correctly. So you don't want to mess with anything on here, and if you do, it's just going to affect your user account. But if you go under appearance, the three things you'll want to touch is applications, icons, and shell. Now one thing you don't want to do is hit this button here and go to reset the defaults. If you do that, Myvi actually uses a customized version of the GNOME desktop. You'll actually end up undoing a lot of the customization. So if you do that, you can either just create a new user account and everything will go back to normal, or if you want to keep your user account, just go to our website, go into the app section, scroll down to utilities, find the look and feel app there, and we'll show screenshots of all the settings we've configured here so you can quickly put everything back to normal. So all you want to mess with is go into appearance, and there's these three items here. So applications is going to be the look and feel of apps themselves. Icons will be, of course, the icons on the system. And the shell theme is the top bar on the operating system. So this is going to be the actual shell. You can change the theme of that. So the three we've inputted by default is, of course, the Myvi theme. The next one's going to be colorful. So let's go into colorful dark. Now you can see it's a little bit more rounded and the buttons here have been colored at the top. If you go into icons, we'll select the colorful icons. And if you go into shell, you can just leave the default Myvi shell. It matches quite well. If we go into our icons, you can now see that the icons are more rounded and a little bit more colorful than normal. The next one is going to be, I'm going to hit the hot corner, cyber. So let's go into applications. We'll select the cyber applications. Now this gives our applications a much more neon glow look. Icons, we'll select the cyber icons. Same thing happens to our icons. They've got that nice neon glow now. And for shell, there is a cyber shell. If you select the menu now at the top, you can see that the shell has been changed. It's a little bit more of a neon glow. If we select something, it shows that neon glow on the item we've selected. So that's the cyber look. Now let's put everything back to Myvi. Applications, we'll put that back to Myvi. Icons, we'll put that back to Myvi. And shell, we'll put that back to Myvi. And now everything is back to normal. We can close out of that and we're back to our default look. Okay, now let's take a look at changing the internal RGB lights. So hit your super key, open a program called Light Show. There's our Light Show application. You can see Light Show is built on, if I go into information, it's based on OpenRGB 0.6. Now this is not going to update. It's going to freeze at version 0.6. We've natively installed this. It's not a Flatpak. And we explained the difference between native applications and Flatpaks in detail in the application section. So definitely go watch out that if you want more information. But the only reason you'd ever want to switch this out for a Flatpak version, which will continuously update, is if you have a third-party peripheral you're connecting and version 0.6 can't find it. In that case, you want to open up your software center and just search for OpenRGB. There's OpenRGB, and you can see now it's version 0.7. It may be an even newer version by the time you're watching this. In that case, you'll want to install that one, and that will give you support for newer peripherals. But for most users, they're probably never going to mess with this. So we believe in, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're just going to leave it at version 0.6 because it already does a great job of controlling the internal RGB lights. Also, as per the developer of OpenRGB, sometimes when it updates, it can delete your custom configurations. So we wouldn't want you to input a custom configuration and have that get deleted in an update. So unless you have a third-party device you're trying to control that's not being found in version 0.6, you can just leave it at version 0.6. It does a great job of controlling the internal RGB lights. So to switch out the lights, let's grab, for example, blue. We'll hit apply colors to selection. Now the switch color has been switched to blue. Let's grab pink and apply that. Now it's switched to pink. And the default color will come back next time you restart your computer. If you want to apply back that default orange right now, it's something like if this goes to 0 and G, you put that to about 25 and that's set to 5. If I apply that now, that's going to be very close to the default color. However, next time you restart your computer, it will just go back to default color no matter what. There's also a drop-down menu in the top right side here that shows up. You have selection for quick colors. You can also switch off all the lights here if you want to have all the lights off. And you can also create profiles. So if you want your color selection to be persistent every time you restart the computer, let's grab blue. We're going to apply blue. Then I'm going to hit save profile and I'm going to just name this blue. Hit OK. Now we have that blue profile there, but there's still one more step. Hit your super key, type startup applications. Now if I go add a new one, we can call this RGB. You want to make sure you name it something so if you want to remove it later, you don't remove the wrong thing. And you're going to type in the command open RGB. You're going to put a space -P. That's going to tell you that you're selecting a specific profile. Then a space and just put the name of the profile. So we selected blue. We're going to add that and close out of it. Now if we restart the computer, next time we log into our user account, it will automatically load up that profile. So let's close out of this now and go ahead and give the computer a restart. Here we are at the login screen. I'm just going to log into my account and that will load up our blue profile again. So I'll place this right here. I'm logging in right now. And there we go. It switches back to blue. And now it's back to our saved profile. If we want to remove that, hit your super key again, go to startup applications. Don't touch these other two, just go to the one that we called RGB and remove that and close out of that. And now it's no longer going to load that configuration every time. And that's it for customization. You're now a Myvi master. Remember, if you're looking for more information, just click on your Myvi icon, come to the Creators Hardware website, go into the Learn section, and fill out the form here. So if there's something you can't find, fill out the form, let us know, or give us a call directly. You can find our phone number under the About section. Enjoy your Myvi exclusive.